That's a hard decision to make when the President of the United States himself doesn't care. Doesn't care. I mean, you know, what do? Well, you finally have to find an answer within yourself. This is my country. I am an American, and I'm not going to tolerate this.
All right, stay there. Stay there. Long segment coming up. We've got to stand up. When we see wrongdoing or corruption, we've got to stand up. Absolutely. The solution is in the mirror. We'll be right back.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those little bottles of hand gel that kill germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Did you know that once the alcohol evaporates in a few seconds, goodbye effectiveness? No more protection till you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not contain alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and for our friends in medicine, kills C. diff, along with a whole host of viruses and bacteria, molds and fungus too. It's even safe around pets and children. You'll love how your skin feels with PureWorks, soft and supple. No more dry skin. Here's to a little peace of mind knowing that your hands are still germ-free hours later. Call now, toll-free, 888-245-0300 to get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. That's 888-245-0300.
Frederic Whitehurst, FBI Crime Lab whistleblower, is our guest, going right back to him. So there's these 3 or 4 groups. There's people who mean well, and you were telling me during the break, but are fed fake evidence. There's some in there that actually frame people or make the decision. There's others that are just lazy. There's others that want attention. It's just that with all these city crime labs, it comes out that they are just framing people en masse. And we'll talk about some of those cases as well. But I tend to agree with you that things are actually getting better. It just looks like things are worse because now we're lancing the wound. We're seeing the pus.
Yes, sir.
It'd be like if you're at a serial killer's back 40 and you dig up the 25 bodies, things aren't getting worse. You've actually stopped the serial killer. You've got him in custody now. It just looks like it's getting worse because you've now discovered the crime.
You got it. You know, they call them crime labs sometimes because the crime is in the lab. But, you know, the labs are frankly completely, absolutely overworked. When you're just reading an article during the break about San Francisco crime lab, they're doing 7,000 cases or, you know, each exam. There's no way you could do science that fast, period. And, you know, what's amazing to me, San Francisco touts itself as one of the most progressive think tanks, if you will, in the country. I'm not sure about that because I'm from North Carolina, but that kind of thing that's going on in San Francisco has been happening for years, and we've brought it to the attention to those folks out there, and judges don't do anything about it, courts don't do anything about it, defense attorneys are overwhelmed, the lab's overwhelmed, and, well, okay. If what happens in crime labs happened in clinical laboratories, there'd be bodies all over the place. But there'd also be lawsuits. You know, these people have immunity from lawsuit. If a doctor carried out his business like crime labs carry on their business, he wouldn't be a doctor very long. So this state immunity that you've got in the crime labs, as well as no audit function. There's no outside audit function at all. You know, you'll be told the American Society of Crime Laboratory Directors audits these labs. My goodness, they've been auditing these labs for years. Nothing's happened. That's just a good old boy network. So you've got a human enterprise that has no oversight at all, sir, none. And on top of that, the oversight system that's supposed to work, which is the court system, is completely overwhelmed. We want to arrest people all over this country for all kinds of things, and we're successfully doing it, as you mentioned. We have the largest per capita prison population in the world. But there's just a point at which the system breaks, and it breaks pretty quickly under this kind of overload. The bad people in the system relieve the stress of the overload by just lying, by doing something very often called dry labbing. Dry labbing means you didn't even conduct the analysis. You simply took a chart out of a drawer and labeled it as if it came from the analysis and go on to the next case. You've got an overloaded system without any outside oversight. It's easy to institute that oversight, but the government doesn't allow it to happen. Our government, your listeners, do not allow the laboratories in the state of Texas to be audited by independent audit functions. When there's a problem, the government decides who's going to audit your labs. That's crazy. I'm saying that the government officials, law enforcement, not some entity. Here's an example. Clinical laboratories have to answer to the Clinical Laboratory Improvement Act of 1991. It takes more oversight to determine you have a sore throat than to execute you, sir. You can be executed because of a crime laboratory that has no oversight at all, but a doctor going into your throat to determine if you have a sore throat has a paperwork trail that he's very well aware could take away his license to practice. So we have a system out of control. Until the people decide, and this falls right back in the seat of your listeners, sir, until they decide this is not going to happen, I am not going to be threatened by this, let's just put it in place. Oh, it's going to cost some money. Here in North Carolina, we put daylilies in the middle of our highways. Down there in Texas, you put bluebonnets. Okay? Let's put a few less bluebonnets and let's get auditors, not crime laboratory people, auditors in to look at those labs. Well, is that going to happen? It's not going to happen unless the people that are in Texas, in the United States, decide enough is enough.
All right, Dr. Whitehurst, let's bring this down to the bottom line.
Yes.
Every major police department I've ever even randomly Googled has had big scandals with their crime labs, and that's with most states having almost no oversight. It's the same thing as the National Security Act of 47, where U.S. intelligence has almost no oversight, unlimited secret budgets, can do whatever they want. And, of course, the CIA had to admit in 96 with their inspector general that they were shipping in cocaine. Because if you give people that much power and allow them to run wild with no oversight, criminals are going to run to get into those positions of power because inside a government position, they can get away with murder where they couldn't get away with it as a private criminal. We know that high-functioning